here we go, there's the boat ramp. And this is where we got the bed and breakfast. That was perfect. And now Blair's rocked up to take us over, so that's how easy it is. Looks like we're going to get rained on as we go over. See you soon.
Yeah, I know what it's about. They were blowing over so quick.
Well, morning everybody. Just on another beach walk now. And coming into Whangarei Heads yesterday, that was a pleasant surprise. Whangarei to me is a bit like Whanganui, where I lived before I left to Australia. It has a bit of a reputation for being a bit of a rough town. So it was quite unexpected coming over those heads. And the Whangarei Heads, it's like a different world out here. It's absolutely beautiful. When we jumped on the boat and came over this morning, the guy that took us on the boat, he did say, another boat down the bottom there, somebody came and siphoned all the petrol out of his boat and his tractor. So there is a bit of that still going on, but still, if you're in the area, I'd say come check it out. Just beautiful bays, really good for young kids swimming. You can see in the background here, that's the ranges and that we climbed over yesterday. Now we're just heading down the beach here. We've got Nicola, we've got the Super Kiwi, Emma, and that's Patrick from Switzerland. He's trying to catch up. He had to slow down because he got a sore knee. So he's trying to catch up with his group. He might go a bit further than us today. But we're just going to see how we feel today. Might only be an easy 9-10k, or we might push and do more of a 30k day. We've got a estuary crossing coming up in about 9k, so we're going to hit the tide just right as well. I'll see ya. Bye. I don't know if it'd be drinking water.
It doesn't look that bad. But
Big enough pipe, you reckon? So we're just 4k in now, another 5k to the, I think it's the Whangarei River mouth crossing. And I was just wandering along thinking about the gear and how that's all held up. And everything's held up pretty good. I did get a bit of a tear just where I cinched the Durston tent, just the cover that goes over it when I'm packing my tent away. That was probably me being silly. Some of the Z-Packs packing cubes, they sort of say water resistant. They're pretty good, but I didn't realise how much it get through in the zip. I had one in my outside pocket just with clothes like I might want to quickly throw on if I get cold or something, and I had that rain down Ocean Beach, and I noticed here the tops did get a little bit wet in there. So I don't know, I might just, in my jump box in Auckland I've got a pack cover, that'll solve the problem. Otherwise I have to get another dry bag. I think I'll just go with a pack cover. And also my Lecky hiking poles, just brilliant. People say they're the best ones out there, and I've got the little tips on them too. Just for the road walking section. So I use those tips for I did 250 kilometres in training, and about half of that's probably road, so I use those tips on 125k, and we've just hit the 400k mark, and a lot of that's been road walking over here as well, and they're still working absolutely fine. One of the other ladies didn't get the Lecky brand for the tips on her poles. The Lecky tips will fit on any pole, and she's already got a hole in them. The tip of her pole's tapping on the ground through her one. So if you're going to get the little feet to go on the end of your hiking pole, spend the extra and go with the lecky. I think it'll be cheaper in the long run. I'll see you when we get to the river crossing. Bye. So that's a pretty good view of what we walked over yesterday. It was lovely. So glad we got good weather. Just cruising down the beach. Got the locals here, exercising the dogs and that. Have to come back here, bring my wife. Lovely. I just bumped into a lovely local on the beach that let us know low tide, exactly 1 hour 15 minutes, and it's looking a bit ominous out there. I think we're about to get a little bit wet, but we'll see. We're going to get wet anyway going through the river. Alright, glad we've hit this at low tide. My gut feeling it'll be thigh deep really, not over the waist, which is nice, but we'll see how we go. A lot of shellfish here. Poor old Emma threw away her other shoes because they broke. Excuse me, I'll stop and put my Crocs on. The other guy, Patrick, he's pushing on because he's trying to get to the next camp and he wants to dry his shoes out. He had no other shoes to put on at all, so we'll see how we go. That's not too bad. I didn't even get my shorts wet. And we won't be low tide yet either. I think Patrick chose the deep, but oh well, there we go. There's a motor camp up there, but we're all feeling pretty good. That was to be destination today if we weren't feeling good, but we're going to go up, get our boots and back on, dry our feet off. I think there's a little dairy up there, and chances are we're probably going to push on to the next camp. We'll see how we go. Bye. One more bit to get over, and there's some markers just on the other side there. We've got to go through there. So I just had a nice stop for lunch. So heading into Waipu now. Just a nice view over there where we were yesterday. Been a lot of showers coming and going while we were sitting there. But it's starting to look a lot clearer down there. We couldn't see that before. So we'll head down this beach. I think we've got another 10k, about 8 of that's beach walking. See ya. Hello. So I've got another couple K down the beach yet. Then we're going to go into a township called Waipu, see how we feel or how long it takes to do a restock. Here is Waipu Cove, and it's pretty hard to see on the camera probably. You can just see that white roof just coming in the middle of my screen now. That's the end of the beach walk. If we can get to Waipu Cove tonight, and then from there we go into another forest. But we'll see how we go. I'll give you an update as we head down there. Bye. About a K left on the beach. See Emma's in the background here. Nicola, she goes stealth sometimes. We think she's snuck on up. There's a campsite back a bit further, and we're probably going to find her at the Foursquare having hitched a ride. So it's only Emma in the background and me. She's the only one near me on the trail now I know of who's done every inch like I have. Every other person I've met hitched and got sick of particularly the roads. So it's quite cool to be walking with Emma. And I can't tell if you'll see that on screen, but we're about to get rained on again. See ya. That's actually a little kite. I'm wondering if these guys are, some of them will do it when they're fishing. And they let it out from that car down there and then pull something and the line drops in the water, but it just looks too high in the sky to be one of those. But there's something down the bottom here with a bit of an orange flag there that's sort of sticking out of the water as well, so maybe it is.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And you booked the outing of the
Yeah, we are.
Good.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So we were right, that kite there is a kite fishing. So those were the hooks going out. I can't really find the kite in the sky at the moment. I guess this is the joy of baiting the line and dragging it out with a kite. This lady's just making sure the seagull doesn't steal all the bait off the line. And the other guy's up there. He's got himself all tangled in knots up there, but he's untangling his kite. So he's got 5 hooks on his line, and that other family I spoke to had 10. Apparently it depends on the size of the kite. You can get some big ones that'll drag out 20 hooks. He's also got a kontiki thing, which is a bit like a little submarine, but he says the kite's a lot more fun. And I can see another kite, I don't know if I'll even be able to get it on the camera. It's miles out, so it really drags the line out a long way. I can't pick it up on here for you, sorry, but yeah, I've heard of this happening. You've got to have an offshore breeze, so definitely got an offshore breeze here. Anyway, I must almost be near my turn off now. I can just see Nicola down in the distance there, so she didn't hitch. And I'll head on down and get into Waipu and do this resupply. See ya. So we just finished that next little section of beach. So just wandering down this little road now to hit the main road and go into Waipu. I find the 2 girls. I was talking to those people. I've heard of that kite fishing. I've never seen it, so it's kind of cool to talk to them and see how it all worked. Then we had those people on those little, I don't think you call it windsurfing, because it wasn't windsurfing, but you know, those little buggies down the beach was pretty good, and we just timed the tide perfect. We had that estuary crossing, was really easy, and a super easy beach walk. So been a nice afternoon. Bit of rain came through, but that was all right, just cooled us down a bit. I'll see you when we get into Waipu. Bye. There you go, the resident nudist. So there we go, guys. So Nicola's Ultras already got a little hole in them. And how many Ks total, Nicola?
I think probably about 480.
About 480k, and that's what I've heard. Like, if an Ultra suits your foot, and it suits Nicola's, go over the Ultras. But I know people who have them have to go through about 4 pair to get through the TA.
Yeah.
So my Topos, I did 250k in them before I came over here. Now we've just gone over 400, and they're still going strong. So 650k. But I'll go with the shoe that suits your foot.
Absolutely. Just carry patches.
Curry patches, yep. So apparently the far out at Whangarei, that down this end is actually a nudist beach. So we never saw any nudes on the beach, but we certainly saw one there. He's still wandering around with everything flopped out. Each to their own. Certainly not the most hiker-friendly bridge to come across. I got over that as fast as I could. Well, here we are. This is in the heart of Waipu. Nicola's just behind me. We'll find Emma. She won't be too far away. And down there goes to Waipu Cove, which is where I assume we'll either head later tonight or tomorrow. See ya. This is a lovely little town. Quaint little library here. And the war memorials. This is not too bad. This cycle and walkway all the way into Waipu Cove. So that's a nice change when you look on the TA app and you're thinking, oh, another asphalt road walk, and we actually get this. So this is great. We'll see you when we get to Waipu Cove, even though that wasn't expected. So what we were saying, Emma, we were going to go to where? Ruakaka, and we're going to probably stay there. And then we got there and said, we're all right. So we went into Waipu, and then we're like, no accommodation. So now we're on to Waipu Cove. And I think we're doing 29 kilometres. But we're both feeling pretty good. You feeling good, Emma?
Yeah, feeling great.
Feeling good. Here we go. We'll see you at Waipu Cove. Alright, that's where we've come from, and the trail officially heads up here, so we'll have to come and reconnect here tomorrow. And we're about a kilometre down here to get to our Waipu Cove camp. I'm not sure how many facilities there is, tenting and cabins, so we're hoping it's a little bit established, but we'll find out when we get there. See ya. Keep seeing these little library things up here, and some of them you put a book in and you take another book out.